Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya if you're new, and today we are going to be doing my completed coloring pages for the month of October 2025. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first book is I keep forgetting to translate it. Forest and Nature, maybe? Every time I show it I forget to translate it, and I'm already filming, so okay, so wait, where's the page that I did for this month? Is this one right here. I used a book paper to collage the crane, the paper crane. I did shade on top of it, obviously. I do have a video called Coloring with Paper where I show how to do this. It's super easy. And then I did a marker background. I based a lot with marker. So I did use like a gray here, a dark gray. And then I used a Finetec dual metallic watercolor on top. So I hope you can see that beautiful shine. And I love that border. The rest is, like, the background is the Artex Oros. I showed it in my Artex Oros video. And there are some other Artex Oros. The rest is Ohuhu. Alcohol markers, and so it's a blend of both of those brands, and then pencils on top. So I really love how this came out, and I really love this book. It's just so inviting. Something about the type of illustrations that is just very inviting. So I really like it, and I have a couple of more of her books on my wish list for the future. I really love that one. So yeah, that is the page, and I did add neon here. I don't know if you could see. A little bit of neon on the leaves. Where else? A little bit of neon here on the mushroom. And I covered a lot of lines with gel pens and stuff. I used a Calero watercolor here on the butterfly as well. So, and on this shell here, the shell as well. So yeah, mixed media. Love that page, and that is by Rada Prince, Rehan Udasi. So that's that book. The next book is Women's Wisdom, Empowering Words to Color and Contemplate by Kate Forrester. And this is a Get Creative 6 book that they actually sent to me, and it's one of my favorite books that they sent to me. I love it. I love the art style. It's very folk art. And the page that I completed was this. Actually, I ended up doing a double page spread, which at first I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do this part. And then I was like, you know what, it's probably not going to take that long. I'll just try doing the words too. And it actually took a lot longer than I thought. So I started this page a few months back, and I finally finished it. So I started it with a watercolor here. So the background is all watercolor. Most of this is watercolor. There's pencil on top. There's a lot of gel pens to cover the lines. And there's some acrylic marker here on the grassy area. And some other areas have acrylic marker. This gray, I would call it like a gunmetal gray, is a metallic marker. I don't remember which brand. I think I have several brands. So one of these metallic markers, I don't know which one. I also have a Hoo-Hoo. I have a bunch. They're great for like backgrounds. So I finally used a color that I don't use that often, and that's this dark gray. And that's because of the word cement. So the quote is from Cher. It says, "If grass can grow through cement, love can find you." And I love that. That is just a great saying. And it's a beautiful quote. And if you're single and you're like, ugh, when am I going to find my person? Just remember this, like, just keep going. It's not easy to find like a lasting, meaningful connection with someone. You kind of have to date a lot, meet, and finally, until you kind of run into the right person. So hang in there if you're single. So that's a beautiful quote. And I did this with a lot of watercolors because water-based marker does not work well on this paper. It kind of goes through. I do have a little bit of ghosting here, actually, from some stuff that I used, but that's okay. So I did use a lot of my Prima watercolors and then pencils on top. I added a little bit of yellow, neon yellow pencil here. I don't know if you could see, to the word cement. And also love. I added some neon yellow to just bring out a little bit of highlight, like to make it more interesting. So, and I used quite a bit of the Langau gel pens in here as well to cover lines and different things. There's a lot of little details, surprisingly, in here. And I actually don't usually color words, but in this book, I think I will want to color many of the word pages. Maybe not together, because this kind of took too long. I think I'll just do a lot of the times just the illustration and maybe do the writing later. I'm not sure, but in this case, I did it together, and I love how it came out. And this is a beautiful illustration. Love it. So yeah, that is Women's Wisdom. And I do have a Color With Me video on this page that I did in here. If you want to check that out, it's on my channel. I started this page. I'm not finished. I showed it in my the White Knight granulating watercolor video, which I will do a response video to. I got some mean comments about Russia and how dare I buy products from Russia and all this. So I'm going to do a response video on that, but my thoughts on that. But yeah, that's a page that I started, and I started this one as well. So this I felt like would be great for like December, because I kind of used Christmassy colors. So yeah, I love this book so much. Oh my God. So that is Women's Wisdom by Get Creative 6 and illustrated by Kate Forster. Okay, the next book is Autumnal Wood, Enchanted Creatures, a coloring book. And the illustrator is Autumnal Wood. Thank you to my viewers who told me that. I did not know. And the publisher, Rizzoli Universe. This is such a unique book, such a cool book, and just love it. So I did this page this month for October. Now, normally I am not a Halloween person at all, but I decided, okay, I just love this book, so I'm just going to roll with it. And I love this illustration. I'm assuming it's a witch, but we can call her a mystical nomad, maybe. Looks like she's walking, on a long journey. She has this cane. So now normally I don't use many neons, like all the neons in one page, but in this case, usually I recommend using one color of neon. But in this case, I use 3. I use the yellow, the green, and also the neon red, because I wanted to create like a glow effect and just a mystical, like magical effect. So I used watercolors on this. I have a base of watercolors, and then I did pencil on top. I am a little bit I used a granulating watercolor on the clouds, which I usually do with clouds lately, and then pencils on top, and then on top of the watercolor for the mushrooms, I did pencils as well. And I added some neon pencils to the water, to the sky, a little bit on her outfit here. And neon pencils work beautifully they look really nice next to earthy colors. So I tried to pick kind of like more muted earthy colors. Or dark jewel tone colors. They look good next to that as well. So I think this is one of my favorite pages actually of this month. I really love this book. I can't wait to go back to it. So, and then I splattered some white ink and silver gel pens, and I covered a lot of lines. So yeah, I love how she came out. One of my favorites. And the mushrooms, I purposely did them in like an orangey kind of for like to look like pumpkins, kind of to give the pumpkin vibe, but they're mushrooms. So yeah. And I started some other pages here. This one I started, and this one I did maybe 2 months ago. I still need to work on that one. I started this one, which is actually I drew these trees in the background. There was nothing else here. And I got this idea from October Cat. She does this kind of background and I loved it. So I got inspired by her to do this. So if you're watching, October Cat, I love you. You're amazing. And then I started this also. Yeah. But yeah, this book is so cute. I love it. And this page is just, I love it. It's one of my favorites. It's just cool, like the colors and everything. Okay, so that is that one. The next page is also a nice one that came out this month. One of my favorites by Paule Brun, Animaux de Bois. And this was a beautiful gift given to me by Randy, my viewer. Randy, I love it. Thank you so much. And the page is this one. So I showed part of this page, me coloring this page on the video showing of me unboxing Randy's Happy Meal. So, but I finished it off. I finished the mousse. I love how the mousse came out in the end. I used a lot of pencils on top of him. After I did like a watercolor base and then a lot of pencil on top. And I ended up doing these little berries in like purple. I don't think you saw that in the video. And I made this flower white and these berries blue. And some of the vines growing out of the mousse and, you know, I made them metallic. And then I showed how I covered this entire background with an acrylic marker and how I added dots and all that. I showed that in some other videos. So check out my other videos to see more on this page. But I actually love how that one came out. One of my favorites this month. Just because like the colors are so unique. And I tried to do like fall colors. That was the vibe that I was going for. And this book is so beautiful. Such a beautiful. And normally I don't like very realistic illustrations. But in this case, it's just, I really like it. And the paper is wonderful. It's a beautiful book. So when the book quality is good, it invites me more to the book. You know what I mean? So yeah, I love that, Randy. I hope you like it. I dedicate this to you. So yeah, that is a good one for fall. Okay, the next book is Coloring Book Animals. And I have a flip through of this on my channel under Children's Coloring Book Haul. And I'm very excited that a lot of you have said that you have purchased it and you love it too. And you found it in your bookstores in your different countries that you are living in. This is a completed page that I did a couple of months when I first got it, actually. This is another whip that I am working on. I love the pink background. So I'm still working on that one. But the page that I finished for fall, I wanted to do like a fall page. And it's this one with the adorable fox. So I actually use watercolors for most of this illustration. And then I added acrylic paint pens. I think my Ohuhu ones. Ohuhu doesn't make these anymore, sadly. They're like amazing. But I noticed that the Graby is similar. I think the Graby paint pens are very similar. It's a fine point. And these you have to pump. It's a hard nib. So I use that to kind of cover the lines. You could see I used red to cover. I wanted to give like fall vibes. So, and then I splattered, my Kuretake gold ink on the background. And the background is one of my, the Colorful Black, the Langau Colorful Black series. I use these a ton. Have a bunch of backup sets. And so that's the entire background there. And I think it makes the illustration really nicely pop out. Anyway, love that. That's one of my favorite pages. And I hope I can do another fall page for next month in here. Because they're kind of simple. There's some of them that are kind of simple and go kind of quickly. So that is Coloring Book Animals. The next one is Dinosaurs, a coloring book by William Stout. This was a wonderful, wonderful gift from Colleen, my wonderful viewer. Thank you so much, Colleen. I love it. And I showed it in a coloring update. And I started this page and I finished it. Where is it? Here we go. So I started this page on camera with you guys in my coloring update. And I finally finished it. So I added some more to the green here, some more shading, and did like an ocean in the background. And I love how it came out. So just a fun like book to use like crazy colors, you know. It's a really cool book. I love it. Love, 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 love. It's just awesome. So, and you know, I'm not necessarily a really big dinosaur person, but the illustrator is wonderful. The quality of the book is wonderful, and the cover really sucked me in. Look at the beautiful colors that he used. These are my colors. Muted, and there's a mix of things. He used watercolors. I just love it. So yeah, that is also, I think, one of my favorites. And you can see his signature here, William Stout. Is it 1993? I think it says 1993. That's awesome. Yeah. Dinosaurs, love it. Thank you so much, Colleen. Okay, the next book is Cinderellion and the Halloween Ball, et la Ball de Halloween. I only took 2 or 3 years of French, and thank goodness it helps. I can't remember how much I took. I think it was either 3 or 2 years. Anyway, so yeah, I purchased this book myself, and after I made the video, Amandine Young actually commented on my video. It was so sweet, and she was so happy and so excited. She said that the video brought tears to her eyes. And she wrote to me later on Instagram, and she actually asked me if I want to be an ambassador for her like coloring books. And I said, oh my God, yes. So she sent me PDF versions of the books that I don't have. So Amandine, thank you so much. I cannot wait to print those out. And my printer doesn't work at home, so I need to go and get it printed. But you guys will see that in the future, I'm sure. This is a whip that I wanted to finish so badly for October, because it's like a Halloween-y, this whole book is a Halloween-y book, but I wasn't able to finish it. October was such a crazy busy month for me. It's a miracle that I even had all the videos up that I did have, and then I finished these pages. It's just crazy. So, very hectic month. Anyway, this is the page that I was able to complete, luckily, for this month, for October. Let me see if I need to go out a little bit. Let me go out. There we go. Hopefully you can see the whole page. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I basically based this entire thing with alcohol marker. And I went on top with other mediums, pencils on top, and acrylic markers, dots, to add to make it like a gradient, so it wouldn't be flat. I used my Kuretake Gold ink on the moon and added some pencils around it to create that glow. And pencils on top of the alcohol marker grass. And I covered some of the lines with paint pens, gel pens, and all that. I wanted to make her dress orange for Halloween so that it would have like Halloween-y colors for October. And it has the pumpkins and all that. Like I said, even though I'm not a Halloween person, I really love Amandine's style. Like, I love her illustrations, the style. The book is a beautiful book. The paper is quality. It's like the nice Amazon paper, and it's perfect for alcohol markers. So anyway, yeah, that's why I did her dress orange just for the month of October. And I love how it came out. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun doing this page, and coloring in her books with alcohol markers is very enjoyable. Always pencils on top, of course. And I do use some other mediums, but it's mostly alcohol marker with pencil. I did use a little bit of Calero gold, one of the pearl, I think the lighter gold, to add some highlight on her dress. So I don't know if you could see that. But yeah, that's another one of my favorites by Amandine Young. Love her. Love, love, love her style. The next one is also Amandine Young, and it's Le Petite Sirène. So it is The Little Mermaid, and this is the French version. That's why everything is in French. And I completed this page. I started when I first got the books, I immediately started in this book because this one was my favorite. This one is like stunning. I mean, all of them are beautiful, but I love this one. So I did her this page mostly with alcohol marker, you can see. And I added different colors into the background. I wanted to create like a painterly like background of the ocean. And then all the bubbles are with a Kuretake silver ink, which is more like white. I showed it in my last haul and in my coloring updates. So, whoops, let me put that away. And I love her hair, her skin, everything came out really, really pretty. I used a lot of Artex Oros markers because they have a lot of light colors. So it was great. And then the rest were Ohuhu alcohol markers, which are also wonderful. One of my favorites. So yeah, I love that. And then pencil on top. So yeah. And I have started some other pages in here as well. Need to continue. It's so much fun coloring in these books. I really love it. Okay, the next book is Pop Manga Flights of Fancy Coloring Book by Camila Derrico. And this was another gift from Randy. I love it so much, Randy. Thank you so much. And I finished this page. As soon as I got it, I got going on a bunch of pages in here because these are kind of very easy images, easy pages, and very inviting. So I did this one, and somebody asked me to do a tutorial how I do the hair with the Neocolor 2. So I will do that. And then there's pencil on top of this. I want you to know there's also pencil on top of this. The base was Neocolor 2 for most of this. Because it's double-sided book and the images are big, I use Neocolor 2. Also the chicks, so. And then the rest, maybe more watercolor I used. Now the body is with paper. I use paper. I think I showed it in my coloring with paper video. I'm pretty sure I showed it there. But I can't remember. No, maybe I showed it in Randy's video of the unboxing of Randy's Happy Mail. But I had someone, or maybe two people or one person, one of my viewers actually got inspired by this page and did the same thing with the body. She used paper and she used the same colors. So I love it. I'll try to find it and put it in here. Great job on that. I love seeing that. And I love when you guys tag me in like coloring pages that you got inspired by from me. So I love that. Then I splattered, the background is the Langau Colorful Black acrylic markers, one of those. And I splattered the Kuretake gold ink. And then these little dots on the eggs are also with gold, the Kuretake gold ink. So yeah, that one is a really fun page. I just enjoyed it. It was really fun. And I look forward to coming back to this book. I want to do this one hopefully next month. This one, finish this one. And I think I'm going to use Neocolor 2 for her face and stuff. And so we'll see. We'll get to that. So that is Flights of Fancy. The next book is Cats, Coloring for Mindfulness. That is the name of the book. It's by Mademoiselle. It's two ladies, and they are wonderful illustrators. So the page that I did, where is it? Hold on. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. Here it is. Okay, so this is a page that I started. I showed you a little bit of how I do the background with the acrylic inks and the India inks. So I will do a video on how to color with those and how to use them. So that's coming up. So, and then the actual cats I did with oil pastels. And I have a new tool that I am using. So I will show you that. And it was told... One of my viewers actually tipped me off to it, and so I will show that to you, maybe in a coloring update. And then I use acrylic markers on the bottom. I use the gold, the Hotu Gold paint pen. Whoops, There we go. Shake it, you shake it. I use that quite a bit to outline a lot of the cats, you know, if you can see that, to cover the lines, and also the cobblestones. See that? So I used it quite a bit here just to give it that extra something. And on all the hats of the cats, I use this dark gunmetal gray type of metallic watercolor by Calero. So that's what I use there. And yeah, I love how it came out. A lot of fun. So yeah, the cats themselves are oil pastel, like the fur. But like this other stuff is acrylic marker, water-based marker, pencils, and stuff like that. So that's another double page spread done in this book, which is very exciting. And this page, I did the same background with the acrylic ink and the India ink. It's the same type of background. So that is that book. The next book is another cat book, Cat Color by B.K. Tibbin. And some of you told me you really like this one. It's very quirky and cute. Last month I did this one, them hanging out in the hot tub. And then this month I did this one. And I think this is also one of my favorites. I love like the color palette in here. I did collage with paper. I did this green hills are paper. And then the blue and the green hills are alcohol marker with pencil on top. And I based some other stuff with alcohol marker. The background is an acrylic marker, and I added some pencil on top of it. And here I added, there's alcohol marker, acrylic marker, and pencils. And I used the Kuretake silver ink to do the flowers. I wanted them to be like white daisies. So I covered all the lines with the white gel pen, the Langa white gel pen, this one. I think it's a calligraphy one because it doesn't pump or anything. It's just a regular gel pen. So I have a pack of them from a while ago. But yeah, I love how that one came out. That's a fun one. And I love like the colors. I totally chose that myself. It just came out randomly. But it's really like quirky. The illustrations are just so funny in here. So that's Cat Color. The next page is finally Angela Harding. I've had this for a while and I haven't completed a page yet. I started this one on camera on a coloring update and I haven't finished it yet. So I want to finish that maybe for November. And it took me a while to get the hang of like, okay, what do I do in here? How do I color in here? But I feel like now I know how to complete it. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do some pencil work as well in here. But the page that I did for this month is this one. And I actually did it with watercolor. So there's watercolor in the background. Some oil pastel on top here and here. And then the snail is oil pastel. So oil pastel, and then I fixed it with satin glazing liquid, of course. You guys know, this is actually something that I made up. It's crazy, you guys. I made this up of like trying this to fix oil pastels, and now it went viral. I saw it on so many channels. It's crazy. It's awesome. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I did here. And I think it's cute. It came out good. I definitely could see myself using more oil pastels in this book. It's a very unique book to try to color because there's a lot of black. And you're like, wait a minute, how do I color this? Because they're wood blocks or lino block cuts. I don't even know what the art is called. I'm sorry. But I love the challenge. I love the artwork. I love the book. So I really, I'm excited to find a way to color in it, you know, using mixed media. Like, for example, this roof is calling out to me to do paper collage. So that would be cool in there. And just use different things, you know. So I look forward to experimenting in here more. And it's very fallish, so... Ooh, like that could be good for fall, that other one, that picture. Where is it? This one. I think Coloring with Alina did this with pencil and it came out beautiful. I think this is the one that she did, I'm not sure. But yeah, Angela Harding coloring book. Beautiful. Okay, and my last book before I show you some whips is this one, Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice coloring book by Julianne St. Clair. And a lot of you told me that you got this as well, and it's just the perfect fall book, right? Okay, so where is my page? This one. This one is what I did this month, and basically I used oil pastels on this part and this part. A lot of watercolors in here for the trees and pencils on top. Watercolor for most of it. And then the background as well. And then on top of here, I added with acrylic marker some little plants with the little flowers just to add something because it was too plain. So you can see I just did that with like acrylic marker just on top. Of course, I fixed the oil pastel with the satin glazing liquid, but yeah. So that is that. And I like how it came out. It's very autumny and just fun, you know. I would like to finish this page. This has been a forever whip for a couple of years, you guys. And it's like, just finish it, Maya. Just go ahead and finish it already. So hopefully I will finish it next month. We'll see. But this one was calling to me. Where is it? This one. That's why I just started it. I started it last month and finished it this month. So yeah, so that is all my completed pages. Now I'm going to show you some whips. Normally I don't show you whips in my completed pages videos, but because it's seasonal, I don't know if I'm going to come back to these pages until next year. So that's why I'm going to show them to you. Okay, so some whips that I really wanted to complete in October and didn't finish in October. I'm going to show them to you. So the first one is Harry Potter Sweet Treats coloring book. And I totally got this on a whim when I was walking around Target. I didn't think too much about it. And I got it, I was enabled a lot by October Cat. Even though I've seen this book, I wanted it, but then I said, no, I don't need it. But when I saw her working in it, I decided I needed it. But this page, I really wanted to finish it, unfortunately, for October. But I wasn't able to. So maybe I'll do it in November. We'll see. Never know. But yeah, this book is very, very cute. And it does have a lot of Halloween-y type of vibes. So, yeah. So hopefully in the future I will finish that and show it to you. Another page I really wanted to complete in October and didn't is this one. This one is Little Red Riding Hood, Le Petit Chaperon Rouge, by Amandine Young. And yeah, I wasn't able to finish it. I started it and it has Halloween-y vibes and I wasn't able to finish it. Maybe I will finish it for November. I don't know. But what I did was, because of the Halloween vibes, I put like the green neon pencil on the clouds and a little bit of orange too with the purple. So that's why I was kind of, and with the bats and everything, kind of, you know, spooky. I tried to make it like a spooky type of page, and I used a lot of alcohol marker. I used a little bit of watercolor actually, and it worked wonderfully. So yes, watercolor does work well on this paper. And yeah, so that is another whip. Then another whip that I really wanted to finish for October but didn't is this one. This is Blanche Neige, which is Snow White by Amandine Young. And so this page with the apple, I really wanted to finish. I drew in the clouds and the moon and like the hill. It just had the apple, but unfortunately I did not finish it. Maybe for November, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, Blanche Neige. Another one is Dream Coloring for Kids. I started, no, that's a whip that I would like to do for November, but not that one. The one that I started in October and wasn't able to finish for October is this one. And it has like witches. That's why I thought, okay, I'll do it for October. I used a Langau Colorful Black for the background. Again, this is a double-sided book, so I don't use alcohol markers in here. I started with watercolors and didn't finish. So but I do love it. So maybe I'll work on it a little bit more before stopping and waiting for next year. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So that is Dream Coloring for Kids. Okay, another WIP that I really wanted to finish for October but didn't is right in here in Alice in Wonderland by Fabiana Atanasio. This WIP of the Mad Hatter. And that would have been perfect for October, but I did not have time to finish it. Again, maybe in November, I don't know. And another page I really wanted to finish for October and didn't is this one from Lore Olympus, the official coloring book. Now, I don't mind coloring it any time of the year. I probably will. I really wanted to finish it for October because it kind of gave me October vibes, but it didn't happen. So I wanted to show you the WIP, and maybe you will see it in the future, maybe not. I don't know when. But yeah, that one, and then one more. Okay, this is another page that I really wanted to finish in October and didn't. Just did not have the time. Where is it? There it is. This one, I don't know why this kind of gave me October vibes. Maybe because of the orange, but I thought it would be fun to create like a funky like October page. I mean, I could finish it for November, but we'll see. But yeah, I wasn't able to finish that one either. So those are the WIPs. You may or may not see them in the future. I hope you enjoyed watching the video and seeing my completed pages and WIPs. And I look forward to chatting with you guys in the future in November. I love November because Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. Also, my sister's favorite holiday. I'm going to get to see her because we are going to go together to my parents' house in Nevada. So I will have to pre-film a lot of stuff for November. But anyway, I'm excited for November. And you also get started on holiday coloring, which is wonderful. So enjoy your coloring, you guys. Relax, have fun with it, enjoy it. Don't put pressure on yourself to create a masterpiece or finish a page. Just enjoy. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.